Hello, good morning, Leo. Welcome to your June 2021 reading. I hope you're doing well and the weather is nice and the sun is shining and everything is beautiful and fine. At least this is what you try to focus in your life. So let's check out your reading. We have the Nine of Swords in your present. We have the Prince of Cups in your base. The Three of Cups in your crown. King of Swords in the past. Eight of Wands with the Tower in the immediate future. Queen of Wands as transition. And we have the Princess of Cups as an outcome. All right. Well, what do I see? What do I see? June for Leo. Quite some swords. A lot of people interacting. I feel interfering even. Some kind of movement, things are happening. I feel like some people try to bring instability, some people are pissed off here. But there's also this notion of going for adventures and not really wanting to be kind of grounded or stable or mature or any sort of these things. I mean, summertime is of course a good time to do these things, but I don't know if I need to call you for more responsibility here. Probably not. So let's just check out the energies. So we have the King of Swords as the energy that led you here. So the King of Swords, is a great communicator and also somebody who can maybe, influence people in a way that can be either beneficial for them or, if the King of Swords comes up as a card from not within you but from outside, this person could also be somebody who is trying to influence you and your energy to in a way that suits them best. I don't know your situation, but how you want to read it. So it can be, of course, a figure who is very just and fair and is really trying to talk sense to you, or tried to do that, more an analytical and intellectual mind. But I feel also there has been some form of kind of interference here energetically that might not have been in your best interest for some reason. So I don't know who this person is. Maybe it's you, maybe it's somebody who surrounds you. I feel this has a lot to do with family here, for some reason. So Nine of Swords in the current situation, in your present. Yeah, that's really kind of wanting to hide away from things, from life, and because everything got like a little bit too dense, too stressful, too you kind of really feel the need to sort out your mind, kind of get your mind in a calmer place, which is difficult when you are in a phase that kind of was caused, has a past and has a future, and you're in this space that might be a transition space, where you kind of, you're just stuck in, you don't know what to think, and you kind of continue circling in your mind, and that's very hard to get out of, for sure. But it's always a transition state. Anything. It's just maybe interesting to see how did you get there, what were the exact circumstances that led you to this unease state of mind. And also seeing this as definitely something to like where a lesson can be learned and where you can grow out of, and go into, you will eventually end up somewhere else, at least with your thoughts. But so let's see, it's like not really happening in the immediate future as I see here. So Prince of Cups in the base, so something that is, this Prince of Cups in the Starman deck is quite a strange card. I'm not sure if this is this is for me an energy of somebody who is very charming, a beautiful person who can kind of talk sweet speeches, but has kind of some, you know the saying, has some like bodies in the basement, like kind of a person who has done quite some bad things in their life, and this is kind of hidden underneath their facade and their charm and everything. So I feel like there's some form of caution. I don't know why this is in your subconscious or in your, like, underneath you. So maybe I feel like this has to do with the past, as if you were like thinking about somebody in the past who's been that way, and I don't know, maybe there has been a figure in your life who has been warning you about this and you weren't listening or something, and now you kind of, ended up being a bit distressed here, although not really heartbroken. I don't really see any reason for you to be kind of, that your heart is really broken. It's just more like a mind thing, and kind of thoughts like, why was I so, why couldn't I see it coming, or something like that, and so either it is still holding you, or it's something else, like another aspect of, I don't know, maybe that's your shadow side, and you kind of, you're standing on it, and you don't really want it to be true, or, to incorporate it in your experience of yourself, which of course causes, as it is resistance, then it causes the things to, linger still in the base. But anyway, that's not what you have on your mind. On your mind is you want to be happy. You want to be with other people who are loving, who are sharing, who really want the best for you, and with whom you can have a good time and focus on good things. So this is, but also the Three of Cups is not only about happiness. It's kind of a little bit also about hedonism, because it's like, being together with people and having a good time. There's no stability. As soon as the party is over, which it is at some point, you might be again here. So there's no way around resolving that situation, and for some reason I feel like you really try to escape that, because we have the Eight of Wands and the Tower here in the immediate future, which kind of, I don't know, like Queen of Wands is not particularly your card, but it's definitely your energy. So I feel the transition there, it's like, you're standing strong, but how I perceive it here is more like a kind of, when you're confident, but a little bit too much. And I don't want to drag you down or anything. I just want to kind of because that's what I get here. It's like this feeling of you could skip something by not breaking, you know, because standing so tall and so strong in between this chaos can maybe also, together with this card and how I perceive the other things, can maybe kind of be an indicator for self-deception. Although there is no direct indication for self-deception. So maybe it's something else. Maybe I can come back to it after these cards. 8 of Wands, I mean, a message can be coming in, something might be happening, something might be on its way already, something is maybe in the queue, you know, you kind of wait for it, or somebody waits for it, and it's like right about to come in and deliver something. So any kind of news or any kind of other action. And I think this will bring, because they come together here with the Tower, yeah, something very important for you. Something that will definitely change a lot, bring in big changes, and definitely some form of restructuring and restructuring and transformation that will be needed here. And I feel like this is very intense, incredibly intense. And maybe this is also happening because you're, you know, kind of refusing to understand what is like, because the reading is always in half. This is one part and this is one part before the transition. And and then I feel like when you're refusing to integrate the things that are going on here and to really understand them and accept them as part of your life and part of your journey and part of maybe what needs some extra attention, it won't just go away, right? And it will hit you then in a different way, which is also okay, because if we, you know, that's the good thing about life and learnings. It's different from these little decisions in our day-to-day life where we can actually, for instance, we want to jump from a high plateau in the water, right? Like just because it's summer and we're there and it's beautiful and everybody's doing it. So we can stand in front of this edge, on the edge, and we can decide to go back. We can, you know, the fear can be greater than us. Or the fear can be greater than the desire, simply, you know, which is also fine to just acknowledge, you know, I actually wanted to do it, but when I was there and I was thinking about it, I felt my desire is not that that big anymore, you know, the fear or maybe the thoughts about the cautious thoughts about the consequences to change my mind, which is fine. So, but like with the life lessons, right, we can kind of resist, and then it comes in a different form towards us. So you can continue doing what you do when you think you're not ready, and maybe you don't know what to do, and you cannot do it. So then we have the 8 of Wands and the Tower, creating a big crush all at once, without you even having to without your active participation. And I think these kind of scenarios, they don't happen all too often in our lives. So they happen maybe once or twice, and because they are so intense, I think people usually learn from them, and next time they have this kind of situation, they decide to be like for real strong, and make the right decision, and from the position of self-love and self-respect, and being like completely determined to towards themselves, and so that these kind of scenarios don't happen anymore. But if you are not in that situation, just want to take the stress out from you, off of you, and it's stressful anyway. So kind of relax and await. It will happen eventually. Though if you let it happen on your own terms, guided by your action, you can kind of control it a little bit better. And I think the Queen of Wands is about control. And I don't know why I don't see this energy like that as such. I feel like it's more like, it's like a no. She's kind of saying no. But yeah, it will come in. It will be very big, and restructuring. And restructuring can be anything, right? It can be something. It can mean that something gets destroyed. That's why you have to just restructure it. Maybe you cannot restructure it, so it kind of stays destroyed, but then also the structure is different from how it's been before. So I think in any way, whatever structure, it will change. Whatever structure there is, it will change. And I think there's a good thing. It's kind of, you have the wands, and at least it's a familiar energy, whereas how you got here and where you're at is not that familiar. But it will result in the Princess of Cups, and this is a better card. Let's not put this that way. It's just kind of a little bit of a step back from whatever is happening with the Prince of Cups here, this kind of shady energy. So the Princess of Cups is much more sweeter, and much more like playful. Although again, she doesn't really look like that. Playful, but also beware of melancholic feelings, and beware, not be aware, but beware of yes, emotions are beautiful, emotions are good, feel them, but when you use your emotions to get into a downward spiral together with, as well, like especially with your mind, with the Nine of Swords, then you might end up not only being like fully integrated in your emotional body, but you can be like you can harm yourself with that. You can kind of cultivate emotions and feelings that are bad for your body, that are bad for your mind, that make you do things that harm you. So I think this is something to be aware of also. After this Tower moment, don't go into that self-loathing and into that self-pity, and rather step into like a more creative emotional energy. Create, kind of use yourself to create beauty. Don't use your emotion to create pain for yourself. And whatever maybe happened in your past, don't beat yourself up over it. With the Prince of Cups, kind of very, very strange. Okay, Leo, I think that's it. It's for June 2021, and I hope you liked it, and I wish you all the best with it. Yeah, I hope you have a good time ahead. Because that's not the only thing that's going to be happening in your life, right? Kind of one aspect, maybe. And yeah, I hope it resonated. And if it did, then please like and subscribe. And if you want to, you can comment. And if you want to see more videos, then stay tuned. And thank you very much for watching. And yeah, have it good. Bye-bye.